Okay, as you see, we've got the canvas stuck on the bottom. I took the supports back out, the spacers from the inside back out, so that this will lay flat again. And we're gonna set it up. I've already marked one over here, but these are the bottom. They're like skids or runners. Helps reinforce it, helps hold the canvas down, not get caught up, etc. In this case, it's 2548 pine, which is, anyways, this is 1/2 inch by 3/4 stain grade pine. You can buy it at favorite Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever, in 8-foot lengths. This is a cutoff because with this being an 8-foot boat, this only has to be about 6.5, 7 feet long. But anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to contact cement it to the bottom of this canvas, as well as going to put some screws in. But I want to contact cement it about 1/2 inch in, so I'm using my scrap here to make a line about 1/2 inch in from where the plywood stops right here, and just mark that down the length. Now you can do this any way you want, just as long as there's some support down here. If you want to round the ends, if you want to leave them square, I like to round them just because they don't get caught on as much stuff. You can put these 1 inch away, 3 inches away. The main thing being that you don't want it too near the end, because when the end has too much bend for these sticks. These will bend quite a bit, but not to the extent that this end will. And if you'll be snapping wood if you do it too close to the end. On this one, I'm probably about 8 inches, almost 9 back from the edge, from the end, and it's still a fairly decent bend radius here, but this stuff seems to be able to take it, which you can see it will bend quite a bit. It's just if yours is too stiff or such, use a plane or something, a plane or anything to make it thinner. The thinner the stock, the easier it'll bend. So yeah, that's all it takes. The reason I'm doing this at this point, as you notice, I've got lots of extra canvas here and such. I haven't trimmed the edges or anything. I want this on and in place so that I can come out a even amount from the edge of this and trim all this canvas, and it'll look nice and neat and clean then if it's distanced out the same amount. Theoretically too, if you want, you can actually just cut along the edge of this wood. You don't have to leave any overhanging. So in fact, I'm kind of tempted to do that with one of these and try it out and see how it works. But anyways, so right now this is just, I'm marking for where I should apply contact cement, because I only want to apply it in as little as possible so I don't have this come apart. When you apply contact cement over something that's already contact cemented, that's porous like canvas, it soaks in and likes to try and let loose your existing contact cement. So we're just going to try and avoid that totally by only doing, if I'm only doing a strip this wide with contact cement, then it can only delaminate what's right under there, and there's still some on the outside and some on the inside to hold it in place nice and taut, so it'll dry out right where it is. It won't be a problem with that coming apart or anything. So mark my ends here approximately. Now once again, don't go hog wild on the contact cement, but the more contact cement here, the better it fills these gaps in the fabric and the better it'll adhere to the wood. So the wood will get 2 coats. This will get 1 thick, maybe 2 if I can't get it thick enough without it wetting out too far, but we'll see. Anyways, we'll try that and see what happens. Okay, show you a little bit of wetting this out. Have to go to a brush because I want to keep it controlled and contained. If you're wondering how much contact cement you're going to use, probably about 3/4 of, well, half to 3/4 of a gallon per boat. The most of it going to getting this middle sheet of canvas completely wetted and ready to stick. This little incidental stuff around the edge isn't really that much, but this stuff, with the amount you use on it, it soaks up a ton, and it's a lot of area to do a strip that wide and that long. I've got a little quart container here that I pour off into if I need something to hold by hand a little easier than the gallon, and I don't want to pour out into another container, and just keep topping it off the gallon. Anyways, as you can see, this is quite boring, kind of like watching contact adhesive dry. But this is how you do it. Anyways, that's this half. I'll work on the other half and do that.